The Lakers are actively holding back Austin Reaves, and it's only gotten worse over the past couple of weeks. So, we're going to break down why Darvin Ham is limiting his minutes, limiting his opportunities, what can be done to change it, and how it's affecting the LA Lakers in the win-loss column. With a 4-game losing streak currently on the docket, lost 5 of our last 6, things are getting to be a little bit messy since that in-season tournament victory. But before we dive into that, folks, we are marching towards our goal of 1,000 subscribers here on Lakers Digest. And if you guys want to stay up to date with daily Lakers coverage, then it would mean the world to us to hit that subscribe button. Over 90% of our viewers have not hit that subscribe button. So if you're part of that 90% and want to stay up to date on all of this Lakers coverage, it would mean the world to us if you guys could hit that subscribe button. But let's dive into the news because things are getting messy right now for the LA Lakers. As mentioned, lost 5 of their last 6, and the LA Lakers are a squad where this really shouldn't be the case. There's been some ugly losses here in this batch of games. Players have been returning from injuries. The lineups have been a little bit weird, but one guy that has been actively held back from a quote directly stated by Darvin Ham has been Austin Reaves, who obviously is one of the Lakers' top scorers. A guy that this season's averaging 15 points per game, close to 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting a really efficient 48% from the field, 36% from the three-point line, and then 88% from behind the free throws stripe. So, a guy that offensively can certainly provide a lot for this Lakers team. He can facilitate. He can really do everything out there on the court, on the offensive end, finishing mid-range buckets, play off the ball, on the ball. Austin Reaves has been a really effective player for this Lakers roster. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it this season. But even though he arguably, you could make some debates what you value more, defensive production, offensive production, that type of stuff. But a lot of Lakers fans might point to Austin Reaves as the third best contributor for this Lakers team this season. And currently, Darvin Ham has sort of been of the opinion to hold him back a little bit. And he came out and directly said that Darvin Ham noted in postgame that he prefers to keep Austin Reaves in the 27 to 28 minute range as it keeps him fresh and efficient. So, that's an interesting quote from this Lakers squad, especially when you look at the sort of minutes distribution for this Lakers team, and Taurean Prince is getting a lot of run, a lot of pieces that, just aren't really as good as Austin Reaves right now, getting a bunch of those minutes that could definitely be going Austin Reaves' way. I'm watching him play, from out there on the court. Visually, it doesn't seem like he's gassed by any means. He's not an unathletic player by any sense of the word. So, he's a player that can definitely handle the brunt of the minutes, but those types of minutes have been dropping in recent weeks. If we look at sort of the game log for the LA Lakers right now, Austin Reaves, you can look at the minutes sort of column there, 5th, 6th, 7th from the left, 28 minutes, 24 minutes, 28, 22, 26, 23, 31, 29, 34, 33, 27, and 27. So, that's over the last 10, 11 games there for the LA Lakers roster, and those minutes just have to go up. I mean, players of the caliber of Austin Reaves, particularly how well he fits alongside an Anthony Davis, LeBron James, being able to space the floor, allow them to take possessions off in terms of facilitating the offense and things along those lines. I mean, to be frank, Austin Reaves just has to be getting more minutes. He's a guy that, again, is about 25, getting close to 26 years old, and is reaching the point of his career where he's about to take the leap, enter his prime days. Still kind of a younger guy, but has really emerged as a really effective offensive talent, only getting better for this Lakers team. So it's not like he's making rookie mistakes. He's making those sort of boneheaded plays out there on the offense. Heck, even defensive end. Sure, he's never going to be regarded as one of those elite stoppers in the NBA, but he's a guy that sort of is capable of making his rotations. Sure, the missed closeout and stuff might happen here or there, but he's generally not been a horrific negative on that end of the floor. So there's no real reason. And, I could get the argument, saying guys like Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince, they bring an extra element on the defensive end for the LA Lakers. But one, Darvin Ham specifically said in the media, that's not the reason he's sitting him out of games. He's saying it because the offensive end wants him to be efficient, wants him to be fresh. That's a bit of a cop-out, in my opinion. Until we see Austin Reaves play more minutes, especially in games like last night where he's electrifying, right? You look at the game stats for last night's game. If we pull those up here, right? Austin Reaves last night, 7 of 14 from the field, shooting 50% from the field, missed his threes or whatnot, but had 20 points, being one of the top scorers for LA, and then only really getting 27 minutes of action in that one. Offensively, you just need him out there on the court more often. But, if you point to the direction of more defense, that type of stuff, That's not why Darvin Ham is sitting him right now. They want to hold him back from being more productive on the offensive end, and the Lakers don't really need. The issue for LA right now isn't really on the defensive end. It's kind of getting those buckets throughout the game to sort of keep the momentum stuff and going. Because if you look at the LA Lakers right now, top 7 in defensive rating on the season, and with Anthony Davis, with the Vandalorian coming back healthy, that's only gonna go up now here at this point. So, I mean, defensively, LA, we're fine. We need some bucket getters out there on the court, and Austin Reaves provides that element, provides that dimension. We're all going to be talking about the Zach LaVine stuff, especially after a few losses and things along those lines, but we have a guy that we can expand his offensive role a little bit more now with this Lakers squad already on this team, and just those changes, those tweaks could be very effective in sort of turning around what's been really going on lately for the LA Lakers. And there's some interesting sort of things going around Lakers sort of Twitter spheres and stuff lately, but basically Taurean Prince right now is third in terms of this team's minutes, and that third in terms of average minutes per game for this Lakers team. And I get it. Taurean Prince has been a nice sort of surprise, I feel like, for a lot of Lakers fans. Was an underrated sort of hidden signing when he's picked up by LA, and he's been good, right? He's been solid. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But when you're taking away so many minutes, he's your third leading minute getter on your squad. I'm not sold that Taurean Prince is, a top 3 guy in minutes on a championship level team. I just am not sold on that. Whereas Austin Reaves, you could make more of an argument for that to me. That's just how it is. That's the reality of the situation. So not to bag on Taurean Prince, but he's getting a lot of run there. Gabe Vincent, again, very small sample size, but getting 25 minutes a night. Big signing for the LA Lakers this offseason, but given some more minutes of those to Austin Reaves, who again is now down in the 27, 26 minutes per range over the past 10 games. I mean, that just makes more sense for this LA roster. He deserves to be getting starter minutes, regardless if he's starting coming off the bench and things along those lines. And then also the Lakers' best lineup in terms of D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reaves, the Vandalorian, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. That 5 that really, I think a lot of Lakers fans would agree is the top lineup, depending on, how you're feeling about certain players on any given night. They've only played 1 minute together this season. Now, injuries have been a big part of that, but we've had some games where all 5 of those guys have played together, and the fact that they only played 1 minute, that lineup, which should be the Lakers' death lineup, the go-to lineup to really crush other teams, has only played 1 minute together, this entire season. It's something we really have to turn our heads at Darvin Ham, and I know he's been catching some criticism. I know he's not a guy by any means I'm calling for his head, fire him or things like that, but the rotations are something that you can tweak, you can adjust. And I feel like the Lakers, again, schemes have been solid, defensively things have been working out well and things like that, but the rotations have been a bit questionable in terms of his decision making as the head coach of this team that picks the players that goes in and out. So I think if LA tweaks that, things will be easily turned around. I don't think there needs to be some insane blockbuster trade to really put the Lakers back into, the hype, the momentum that was there just a couple of weeks ago after winning the in-season tournament, things like that. But change definitely does need to happen. And I would start it off with this rotation shift and then see how it goes, especially this January month where teams are really going to analyze their rosters, analyze their teams, and then make some big decisions ahead of the trade deadline. We know Rob Pelinka isn't afraid to sort of make some moves to improve this Lakers roster. So we'll see what ends up happening along those lines. But let me know what you guys think is going on with this LA Lakers team. You guys are the best to make us far. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, super close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So mean the world to us if you guys could be a part of our first 1,000 subscribers. So we really look to grow this channel. But anyways, you guys are the best. I'm signing out. Cheers.